Hello and welcome. I'm so glad we have this time together today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself in this kind of situation? Your grown son or daughter pops over, and before you know it, they've rearranged your kitchen cabinets because they think it's more efficient. Or perhaps they start managing your appointments, maybe even speaking for you at the doctor's office, with the absolute best of intentions, of course. Or maybe they gently but persistently suggest it's time to stop driving or weigh in strongly on your financial decisions, making you feel, well, maybe a little less in charge of your own life than you used to be. It's a delicate dance, isn't it? This phase of life where our adult children, the very people we raised and nurtured, start stepping in more. They love us, they care about our well-being, and often their actions come purely from a place of wanting to help, protect, and make things easier for us as we navigate our later years. We see their love, we appreciate their concern. Truly, we do. But sometimes that well-intentioned help can start to feel less like support and more like taking over. It can feel like our opinions are being overlooked, our capabilities underestimated, or our decisions subtly, or not so subtly, being made for us. It can leave us feeling frustrated, perhaps a bit resentful, unseen, or like our own voice, our own autonomy, is fading into the background. Navigating this shift requires enormous grace from everyone involved. It's a transition that wasn't really talked about much in previous generations, but it's becoming increasingly common. Finding that balance where our children can offer genuine support while still respecting our independence, our experience, and our right to make our own choices, even choices they might disagree with, is absolutely crucial. It's vital not just for our own sense of dignity and self-worth, but also for maintaining healthy, loving, adult-to-adult relationships with our children. Feeling constantly managed or overruled, even out of love, can strain even the strongest family bonds. So how do we handle this with grace? How do we appreciate the love and concern while gently but firmly reclaiming our voice and ensuring we remain the primary decision-maker in our own lives? That's exactly what we're going to explore together in this video. We'll walk through 6 practical steps you can take to navigate these situations effectively, communicate your needs clearly, and maintain control over your life, all while preserving those precious family relationships. Ready to find that balance? Let's begin with the very first foundational step. The first step is one of internal reflection and understanding. Acknowledge their good intentions while validating your own feelings. This sounds simple, but it's a crucial starting point because it sets the stage for calmer, more productive communication later on. Before you can effectively talk to your children, it helps to get clear in your own mind and heart about the complex mix of emotions involved. Start by genuinely trying to see the situation from their perspective. In almost all cases, your adult children aren't trying to intentionally undermine you or seize control out of malice. They are likely acting out of love, concern, and perhaps even a little bit of fear for your safety and well-being. They see you aging. Maybe they notice you slowing down slightly or struggling with something you used to handle easily, and their protective instincts kick in. They might feel a sense of responsibility, perhaps even anxiety, about ensuring you're okay. They might genuinely believe they know what's best or that they're making things easier for you. Recognizing and acknowledging their likely positive intentions, even if their actions feel misguided or overbearing, can help soften your own feelings of anger or resentment. Saying to yourself, "I know Sarah is only rearranging the pantry because she worries I might strain myself reaching. Or David probably spoke up at the doctor's because he was anxious I wouldn't remember everything, can help diffuse some of the emotional charge. However, and this is just as important, acknowledging their intentions does not mean dismissing your own feelings. Your feelings are valid, whatever they are. It is perfectly okay, perfectly normal, and perfectly understandable to feel frustrated when someone rearranges your personal space without asking. It's okay to feel irritated or dismissed if someone speaks for you when you're perfectly capable of speaking for yourself. It's okay to feel anxious or even angry if you feel your autonomy regarding major life decisions is being challenged or usurped. You might feel underestimated, unheard, disrespected, or simply like you're being treated like a child again. Allow yourself to feel these things without guilt. Write them down if it helps. Name the emotions. I feel frustrated. I feel dismissed. I feel anxious about losing control. Validating your own emotional response is critical. It reminds you that your perspective matters and that you have a right to feel the way you do. Trying to suppress these feelings often just makes things worse. This first step is about achieving internal balance. It's holding two truths simultaneously. My children likely love me and mean well, and their actions are sometimes making me feel frustrated, unheard, anxious, etc., and those feelings are valid. Starting from this balanced internal place prevents you from reacting purely out of anger or hurt, and it also stops you from completely silencing your own needs out of guilt. It creates a foundation of empathy and self-compassion, essential before moving on. Once you've taken that internal step, the next crucial step is to move from vague feelings to concrete understanding. This second step is to identify the specific areas where you feel your control or voice is being diminished. Feeling generally managed is often overwhelming. To communicate effectively, you need to pinpoint exactly what actions or situations are causing friction. Vague complaints are harder to resolve than specific concerns. Take some time and think, where specifically does this dynamic play out? What particular actions make you feel compromised? Is it related to your home environment? Are they constantly tidying, rearranging, getting rid of things without asking, or making decisions about repairs without full consultation? Is it about your daily schedule or activities? Do they question how you spend your time, try to limit activities, organize your social life, or show up unannounced too often? Is it centered around health and medical decisions? Do they dominate doctor appointments? Question your adherence to advice. Manage your medications without request. Push treatments you're uncomfortable with. Is the friction point finances? Are they overly inquisitive about spending, trying to take over bills, questioning decisions, or pressuring you about wills or assets? Is it about transportation? Are they frequently questioning your driving, hiding keys, insisting on driving you everywhere? Or is it communication style? Do they talk down to you, interrupt, dismiss your opinions, or make decisions and inform you later? Getting really specific is key. Instead of thinking, they treat me like a child, pinpoint examples. When my son answers questions, the doctor asks me. When my daughter reorganizes my medication without asking. When they discuss my finances without including me. List out these specific instances. Seeing them written down helps clarify patterns and provides concrete examples for future conversations. It moves the issue from a nebulous feeling to identifiable behaviors. This clarity is vital because you can't reclaim your voice or set boundaries if you aren't clear yourself on where lines are being crossed. Understanding the what and where prepares you For the how, having acknowledged intentions, validated feelings, and pinpointed specific concerns, you've built a clearer understanding, setting the stage for considering how to approach the conversation. That clarity allows us to move forward with purpose. The next logical step involves preparing for the conversation itself. This brings us to our third step. Choose the right time and place to talk. This might sound like common sense, but how often do conversations go sideways simply because they started at the wrong moment? Trying to address a sensitive issue when either of you is rushing, stressed, tired, or in a noisy environment is almost guaranteed to lead to misunderstanding or the issue being brushed aside. Timing and environment truly matter. Think about it. If your daughter brings up concerns about your driving during Sunday dinner with grandkids present, are you in the best frame of mind? Probably not. Similarly, if you try to express frustration while your son is juggling work calls, is he likely to hear you? Unlikely. Bringing up sensitive topics spontaneously often leads to knee-jerk reactions. So, the key here is intentionality. Plan the conversation. Decide consciously when and where would be best. Look for a calm time, when neither of you is overly stressed or distracted. It might mean saying, "John, there are a few things I'd like to chat about regarding general area. Could we find a quiet time this week, maybe over coffee Saturday morning?" This gives them a heads up and shows respect for their time. The where is just as important. Choose a private, comfortable setting without interruptions. Your living room, the kitchen table, maybe a quiet walk. Avoid busy public places. You want an environment encouraging open communication. Setting aside dedicated time signals the importance. It says, "Our relationship matters." Rushing sends the opposite message. By carefully choosing a calm time and private place, you create the best conditions for honest speaking, attentive listening, and working towards understanding. It sets the stage for a thoughtful exchange. Now that we've considered the when and where, let's focus on the how. How do you express concerns in a way likely to be heard, not putting your child on defense? This leads us to our fourth crucial step. Communicate clearly and calmly using I statements. This is perhaps the most powerful communication tool. The way we phrase things makes all the difference. Focus on expressing your own feelings, experiences, and needs, rather than blaming. Think about the difference. A you statement sounds like an attack. You always take over, or you never listen. When people feel accused, they get defensive or shut down. The conversation escalates. I statements shift focus inward. They express how you feel in response to a specific situation without blame. They follow a pattern. I feel emotion when specific situation because impact. What I need prefer is desired outcome. Let's apply this. Instead of, "You shouldn't rearrange my kitchen," try, "I feel frustrated when things are moved because it takes me longer to find them. I'd appreciate it if we could talk first." Instead of, "You treat me like a child at the doctor's," try, "I feel unheard when you answer questions asked to me. Because it's important for my voice in healthcare, I need to answer first." Instead of, "You're always trying to stop me driving," try, "I feel capable driving locally. When stopping driving comes up often, I feel anxious and untrusted. I'd like an open conversation based on specific concerns." Using I statements requires clarity about your feelings, step 1, and situations, step 2, and knowing what you need. I statements are assertive, owning your feelings and needs non-accusatorily. They invite collaboration. Delivering them calmly is key. tone matters. Aim for steady, respectful tone. Breathe before speaking. The goal isn't winning, it's mutual understanding. It's expressing your perspective respectfully, creating space for them to understand. It might feel awkward initially. It takes practice. Jot down key I statements beforehand. Learning this clear, calm, non-accusatory communication is fundamental for reclaiming your voice and navigating dynamics gracefully. It opens the door for children to hear concerns without feeling attacked. Choosing the right moment and communicating with clear, calm I statements are powerful techniques for initiating conversations and ensuring your voice is heard respectfully. It lays the foundation, but simply stating needs is often just the beginning. The next crucial step involves actively working with your children to find solutions, honoring both concerns and autonomy. This leads us to our fifth step. Collaborate on solutions and set clear boundaries. After expressing feelings using I statements, the next phase is finding middle ground. Shift from stating the problem to brainstorming solutions together. Say, "Okay, I understand your concern about their worry, and I feel your feeling. How can we work this out together?" This collaborative approach shows you value their input while holding on to your needs. Think about specific areas. Let's revisit examples. Driving. If safety is the concern, agree on boundaries. Maybe no night driving, but daytime errands okay? Agree to a driving assessment. Explore ride-sharing together for specific situations. Find compromise, maximizing independence while addressing safety. Finances. Worried about scams? Set up auto bill pay together. Designate one child as contact, but major decisions remain yours. Review statements together periodically. Find ways for support without total control. Medical appointments. Agree they attend for support, but you speak first. Agree to share a summary afterwards. Home environment. Designate areas for help, heavy cleaning, and others off limits. Desk. Without permission. Set regular times for help, not spontaneous reorganizations. This requires active listening. Hear their underlying concern. Ask clarifying questions. Help me understand what worries you about my driving. Understanding their why makes finding solutions easier. And that brings us to setting clear boundaries. Collaboration doesn't mean giving in. Clearly, articulate agreements and needed boundaries. Kindly, but firmly. Examples: appreciate help, but please ask before rearranging my kitchen. Thanks for coming to the doctor. Going forward, I need to answer first. Understand concerns. Happy to review finances monthly, but I manage daily spending. Appreciate the offer, but I'm comfortable driving to the store daytime. Setting boundaries defines personal space and autonomy. It teaches how you expect treatment. Be prepared to reiterate calmly. Changing dynamics takes time. Consistency is key. This step, collaborating and setting boundaries, moves conversation from airing grievances to creating a concrete plan. It empowers you as an active participant, fosters mutual respect, and provides clarity. Now, even with best communication, disagreements might arise. How handle those without damaging relationships? This leads to step 6. Know when and how to seek outside support or perspective. Sometimes, despite best efforts, you reach an impasse. Perhaps your child is convinced they know best, or old dynamics are hard to shift. Feeling alone is isolating. Recognizing when to bring in a neutral third party isn't failure, it's wise strategy. What support could help? Family counseling, mediation. A professional can facilitate communication, help understand perspectives without judgment, guide towards solutions, skilled in navigating complex dynamics. Geriatric care manager, experts assessing needs, coordinating resources. Objective assessment can reassure children, empower you with appropriate support choices. Trusted friend, clergy, advisor, talking through with objective person provides perspective, emotional support, insights. Choose someone wise, discreet. Legal financial professionals, for major decisions, finances, wills, power of attorney, seek advice from elder law attorney or financial advisor. Clarify rights, put protections in place, ensure financial autonomy. Support groups. Connecting with peers facing similar challenges is validating. Sharing experiences provides practical tips. Comfort reduces isolation. Knowing when to seek help is important. If talks consistently end in arguments, stress increases, well-being is compromised, or major decisions stall, consider outside support. Approach children about third-party thoughtfully. Frame it as improving understanding. Value our relationship. Feel stuck. Wonder if talking with counselor care manager together might help find common ground. Seeking outside perspective isn't escalating conflict. It's often de-escalating by bringing objectivity, expertise, provides resources beyond family, reinforces shared goal of finding solutions. Mature, necessary step. So, navigating this delicate dance requires a thoughtful approach. It starts internally. Acknowledge intentions, validate feelings, moves to clarity, identify specific areas, prepare, choose right time, place, converse, communicate clearly, calmly with I statements, collaborate, find solutions, set clear boundaries. Finally, recognize wisdom. Know when, how to seek outside support. This isn't always easy, requires courage, patience, grace, but reclaiming your voice, ensuring autonomy is respected, isn't selfish. It's essential for dignity, well-being, healthy relationships. You have lived experience, wisdom. Your perspective matters. You have right to decide. Taking these steps empowers you as author of your story. Navigating this chapter confidently, gracefully, respectfully, with children you love. This can be such a sensitive topic, and I truly appreciate you exploring it with me today. I imagine many of you have experiences. Have you navigated similar situations? What worked? What challenges? Please share thoughts, experiences in comments. Your wisdom could help others. Let's support each other. And if you found this valuable, helpful, understood, please give a thumbs up. It helps others find this discussion. If interested in more content on navigating life after 60, gracefully, empowered, please subscribe and click notification bell. We'd love you join us. Thank you so much for your time. Here's to healthy boundaries, loving relationships, maintaining your voice and autonomy. Stay well, stay empowered, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.